All right. Now we're gonna have to wait a few minutes to do egg count. We gotta wait for people to get back in. Angela's the first one back. Hello, Angela. And I was just telling Roy, I said, "Oh, it just kicked off just before egg count." So I'll give you guys a minute. We'll do egg count shortly. Now we're gonna have to wait till we get some people back in here before we do that. But what are you gonna do? Such is life. So we'll give it a minute for people to get in here. That's why I try to tell everybody right in the beginning of the stream, this may happen. I got to call them again. They told me they had reset things and that it was okay, but I keep having these internet issues. I mean, again, it is what it is. But I wasn't having it before, so I have to. I'm gonna have to see. Maybe I have to take the box back and get a new box. Maybe there's some issue with that. I don't know. Glad you guys are getting back in here. So we'll just give this another minute for people to get back in, and then we won't start out with the egg count, but we'll do egg count shortly. Because I want to make sure we got enough people back in here before we do that. Now that I don't want people to be like, "Oh, I missed the egg count." So anyway, Delbert's back as well. Good to see. It's saying we're at 125 right now, 148. So we'll just give this another minute, guys, for people to get back in here before we get. Well, that was Twilight Zone shenanigans. Well, that's unfortunately how it goes. Sometimes tin cans and nylon string work better. Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. All right. So, part of the things that we got to deal with, unfortunately. So, yeah, it has been done. And I got to call them. I got to talk to them and see what we can do about it because I shouldn't be having. Um, the internet has been finicky all day here with me. This is a recent thing within the last couple of weeks that I've been having this issue. So who knows? Who knows what the problem is or that type of thing. We just like I said again, it's just something that we have to deal with. I'm looking right here. Let's see, I can grab it. I got like a hair that was sticking out. I've been trimming this because I get like these wild hairs that go all over, but I got one and I just did it and it's still sticking out. I'm gonna have to clip that later. Not that you guys care, but I'm see because I can see myself, so I'm seeing it. I'm going, God, that's bothering me. So let's see if I can make it go in. Hold on, I'll get it later. All right, that's better. Now I can't see it. Had to get a new router myself. Yeah, it might be that. I'll have to, like I said, I'll have to call them because like when I called them on it before, they were like, "Yeah, it seems to be working fine." I go, "Yeah, right now it's working fine," but it wasn't. So, all right, let's go ahead and do egg count, guys. We'll get that out of the way first. So we're 187 in the chat. We're 80, 79 thumbs up now. So, how many eggs today? And yes or no for Miss Thickneck. So, let's do that, and we'll give you guys a moment to get your guesses in for that. But while you're doing that, I'll tell you what, beautiful day today. It definitely got warm. We were sweating a little bit today, Roy. a little bit. That's why I have a different shirt on now than the one that I started out with, because I soaked the back of that shirt. It was completely soaked with sweat. And after I washed up, I was like, I'm not putting that shirt back on. I'm like, nope, nope, nope. So I put a clean one on. So, all right. If you guys had the same exact guess, is Daniel Fortier with 4 eggs and no for Miss Thickneck today, then you are 100% correct. So congratulations, Daniel. You are the winner. You've won absolutely nothing, and except for bragging rights until the next live stream, which will be on Sunday, right? Because today's Sunday. Duh, Wednesday. Man, if my brain would work, that would be really, really helpful. Dawn says we were splitting wood today, and I was like, I'm not stacking it until Wednesday when it's in the 60s. Yeah, we ain't gonna see any 60s for a while. Not down here. We got like the next couple days. I think are gonna be pushing 90. Like the next 3 or 4 days here are gonna be pushing 90. Like I said again, tomorrow I plan on getting out early. I started bucking up the wood today, and I did some of it. Roy was stacking it, and I'm going to get out there in the morning when it's still relatively comfortable and start cutting it up then. And we're just going to have to, we're pace ourselves and not overdo it, and just try to get some stuff done that way. But that's all we can do. But again, we'll continue to make progress, and we'll work on some stuff. Upper Meadow is going to get worked on tomorrow as well, as far as the grass cutting. Upper Meadow's easier, in my opinion, than the Lower Meadow. For whatever reason, it seems to not take as long. Still a couple hours in the Upper Meadow, but it doesn't seem as bad to me. So, but anyways, we got 213 in the chat now. We're at 90 thumbs up so far. So again, if you have not shot that thumbs up, please do so to show support for the channel. Again, appreciate it. Really makes a big, big difference with the algorithms. So Janet says, not here, highs in the 60s. Well, you're up in Canada too, Janet. So, and I was telling my daughter, I said, I was talking to her today, and I go, man, it's hot today. And she's like, well, you moved down south. I said, oh, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying it's hot. So, but is the lower meadow steeper? Yes, Angela. It's the upper meadow has more flat area. There's a couple of spots where it's kind of steep on the back side of the graveyard, but other than that, it's a lot easier to cut. So it's like, okay, so I'll give you an example. If I'm on a lawnmower and I'm going to a certain spot, the wheel will start spinning. So I have to like lean left or lean right, get my weight on that tire to get that tire to catch to keep going. That happens quite a bit. It was raining here in Northern California today. Oh, good. I'm glad you guys were getting rain. I know that's always a good thing. Yeah, there's not much flat in West Virginia. The only flat areas in West Virginia, folks, and I've talked about this before, is the ones that you make. You make a flat area, meaning you have the bulldozer guy come in, he clears out an area for you, and he makes the flat area. Like where Kim's tent is, that's a flat area. It's only a flat area because we had the bulldozer guy come in and open that up for us. Where my camper is, we used the Bobcat, if you guys remember way back when. Where Dave has his camper, that was all opened up with a bulldozer. Up here where I parked the truck, where Sandy has her tent, where we have the storage building, that was not flat. That was all opened up. Where Eric's Big Blue House is, that was all opened up with the bulldozer guy because there was no flat area. We will, in this lower meadow, when we're looking at getting in more greenhouses and stuff like that, he's going to come back in and we're going to open up shelves. Basically, we're opening up good, wide open shelves and make flat areas so that we can put greenhouses in there and they're going to have that direct sunlight. There's not going to be any houses sitting in the open meadow. That area will be utilized for gardening, growing, and all those type of things. So my dad was a West Virginia native, had one leg 2 inches longer than the other. Oh my God, that's too funny, Robert. Yeah, it's definitely, you will get your exercise in down here with the terrain. I love it. I absolutely love it. Took me about 2 months to get over the fear of mower elevations. Yeah, it's definitely interesting. It's definitely a different perspective, but I wouldn't change it honestly. I absolutely love it here. It's beautiful. It's peaceful, you know. Now, I will say this last couple days, being a holiday weekend, uh, people have been out shooting like crazy. We were shooting. Me and Roy were banging off some rounds yesterday. Other people were shooting yesterday. More people were shooting today. We heard gunshots going off again today. People are on they're off. They don't have to go back to work tomorrow. They're off tomorrow, so they're getting out. They're enjoying themselves. I saw several different people were having parties, like yesterday, and that's okay. So yeah, it'll be cool to see the leaves change the color again. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It is so gorgeous here. I can't even begin to tell you. So, my favorite time of the year, folks, has always been fall. Always has been, always will be. Part of the reason is I like the change of the leaves, but it's comfortable enough to work during the day, and it's cool at night, so you can sleep really good. You might have to throw a blanket on. I love that. That to me is perfect. Not a huge fan of winter. Another reason why I moved further south, away from New York. I got sick and tired of 6 months of winter, and so and I don't miss it. But here it's like there's so much more green. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. So yeah, no bugs. Oh my God, the bugs! Don't even get me started on the bugs. Have you been foraging for wild edibles and fruit, Ed? Not really, and no. We did today collect some more of the blueberries off the blueberry bushes, and we just ate them. We just ate them as we picked them. But I have been, like I've been a little busy, so I really don't have time to get out. I want to explain something to you guys again, okay? My preparation mindset, and if you want to try to climb in here and do some critical thinking with me, it's I don't know, it's my brain works differently than a lot of people's, I guess. My game, hey Chris, thank you very much for the donation. I do appreciate that. Thank you very much. My thought process was always okay. Make sure you have plenty of food. You're stocked up big time on food, and make sure that I have many ways to purify water. Those were always my two main things that I wanted to make sure of. Then after that, it was obviously having enough seeds, because the most important thing is getting through that first winter without starving to death. Okay. You don't want to get into January, February and not have food and nowhere to get food and nothing to eat. That was always a really very critical thing in my mind. So I wanted to make sure that I had enough food that when I got into the spring and I can start to forage dandelions, other wild edibles that are out there, and those type of things, I will be able to do so, because the woods will feed you if you know what you're looking for. It'll be a lot of greens and those type of things, but the food is there. And so, that's important. You need to know those skills. You need to know what's there. But again, if it's wintertime, you better make sure that you have enough put back. Our ancestors used to do it all the time. Yes, I'm going to pick apples again this year, Morning Light. We're probably going to do some more applesauce this year as well. And I'm actually been looking. There's, you know, places that I picked last year. I'm looking at the trees, going, I'm gonna have to stop in and talk to them and see what we can do. But I think it's really, really critical. I think it's really, really important to put ourselves in situations to be as ready as we possibly can be. Again, the unknown is very scary. It really, truly is. Food is going to be huge. Uh, I want again, guys, and I really want you to really think about this. If they cut off the food supply for whatever reason, for whatever perceived reason that they come up with of why, oh, we can't deliver any more food. Think about how screwed people are going to be. Yeah, we're going to do shout outs here in a minute. Um, you got to think about how screwed people are going to be. They're going to be screwed big time. And the more prepared you are, uh, it's going to put you in a much better position. Now, again, and I've said this before too, you better be ready to defend what you have. because, yep, the muddy list, I'll even show you. There we are. Um, you better be ready to defend what you have, because there's going to be people out there that are unprepared that are going to try to take it from you. So that's what you need to think about too. All right, let's do some shout outs, guys. I know time is always of the essence, right? We have Heavenly Hills Homestead, a newer channel, focuses on growing giant vegetables. Really cool, good guy. Definitely check out Ryan. You have Icky Can up in Canada, another good guy. Definitely check him out as well. Definitely somebody that, he's been living off grid almost as long as I have. He's got 1 year less than I do doing it, and obviously he's still doing it, so he's doing very well. There is Angry Prepper, and that's Jason down in New York City. You have Alaska Prepper, that's Rudy. Like Rudy a lot too. A lot of good information on his channel. There's Alaska Granny. You have Sean James with the Sean James channel and My Self Reliance, two different channels, same guy. A lot of great information on his channel. There is Demcad. I like him a lot as well. A lot of critical thinking with what he shares as well. Corporal's Corner. You have Bjorn Hansen. There is 80K Man up in the Adirondacks. Somebody else, definitely a good guy up there, living way too close to Canada in the cold weather, and he can have it. I am done with the cold weather. Now, we're going to get cold here, and I know it. But again, and I will say it over and over and over again for people to say, well, it still snows in West Virginia. Yes, but not like New York. Not like New York. Okay. um, let's see, where were we? We have Bizarrizajiza doing the Carrington Chronicles. Really interesting story there. You have Marfugal News. That's Adam and Dax out on the West Coast in Seattle, giving you the information there. Nice channel. Magic Prepper in North Dakota. You have Wrangle Star. It's a different kind of cold. You got that right. Cody's a good guy. A lot of good information with his channel. There's Red Puppy Ranch. You have Survival Lily coming at you from Europe with the take of what's going on over there. There is Kyle's Cabin with Kyle and Sierra up in Minnesota, doing their thing up there, living off grid in Minnesota. You have Bush Radical and Girl in the Woods, husband wife team, two different channels. A lot of good information. They split their time between Michigan and Alaska. So definitely good information there. You have Green Greg's, a lot of good information with his channel as well. There is Southern Prepper 1 with his Boots on the Ground series. Again, a lot of good information with that as well. There is Gray Man Prepping, another good channel, a lot of good stuff with his channel as well. St. Bernard Acres with Joe. You have Doug and Stacy. They've been around for a long time. Wealth of information on their channel. The Nomadic Movement down in Panama. Nice young couple down there doing their thing, living off grid down in Panama. You have the Green Dream Project, which they are in Arizona, showing you what it's like to live in the desert. So definitely check them out. There's Camping with Steve Wallace up in Canada doing stealth camping. A lot of cool stuff with his channel. Bush Doctor Survival. You have Monkey Works. There is the Needy Homesteader. She's been around a long time. Another interesting channel. It's got a lot of good information there. Boss of the Swamp, another for a very long time. A lot of good information with his channel as well. There is Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project. Diamond is a very, very smart guy. You need to check him out. Anything about the Grand Solar Minimum and that, he will have the information for. You have Patera with the Appalachian Homestead. Somebody, again, that says it just like it is. You have City Prepper. There's Lumina Acres. Suspicious Observer. You have Bear Independent. The Uneducated Economist. There is Bushcraft Bear in the Canary Islands of La Palma. There is Mary Green News. She's giving you all the latest information with Yellowstone and everything that's going on there. We have Adapt 2030, Malachi's Corner. There's Ice Age Farmer. If you're going to get your weather, there's one guy to get the weather from, and that is Ryan Hall Y'all. So Ryan Hall's a good guy. Definitely give him some support as well. You have Russell Brand. I like Russell Brand as well. Gives you the information, lets you decide what you want to do with it. There's Deep South Homestead, another very family-friendly oriented channel. Definitely check them out as well. You have The Outsider, The Fit Farmer. There is Prep Rebel, Simple Life Reclaimed. There is Townsend showing you what it's like to live in the 1800s. Not bad information to check, okay? The Prepared Mind. There's Pinball Preparedness coming at you from Tennessee. There's East Tennessee Preparedness. You have the Economic Ninja. And last but not least, Little House Off Gritty, also coming from you from Tennessee. A lot of good information, a lot of good channels. I know you guys have other channels that you've put in the chat, which is fine. There is so many different options out there. And Ed, I can deal with snow. It's the 20, 30, 40, and 50 below zero that really sucks. Yeah, up where you're at, ADK, man, absolutely. I don't disagree with you at all. Um, it's funny. I never minded the cold so much. It was when the wind was blowing and it was cold, and you would have the wind chills would be 20 and 30 below zero, and it would just bite through you, and it just absolutely sucked. Um, Being out and just being in a cold with no wind is not that terrible, but when that wind is kicking, that just it cuts through you. I just got tired of it being overcast and cloudy as much as it was in New York. A lot more sunshine down here in West Virginia, which is awesome, and definitely like it. Much much better. So again, but anyway, let's do this. We are legion because we are many. We are all over the world. We're all over the country. Where is everybody from tonight? We have Philip in Melbourne, Australia. Good day, Philip. Good to see you tonight. We have Rhonda in Dayton, Ohio. Peterson, West Virginia with Troy. Montreal, Quebec, Canada with Daniel. We have, I'm going to just skip down, Ontario, Canada with Dave. We got Indiana, Northern Virginia with Robert. Let's see, we have Oklahoma with Christy. Quebec, Canada with Luke. East Central Illinois. Missouri and the Ozarks with Delbert. The beautiful Pennsylvania Wilds with Pennsyltucky Granny. We have Michigan with Laura's in the house. Dallas, Texas. Waterloo, New York with Sharon. North Carolina with Matt. Joe in Florida. We have the 80K man coming from the Adirondacks. Carlise in the UK with Ann. Again, Ann, thank you for staying up late with us. Campbell, Missouri's in the house with Antonio. Nowhere, Oklahoma with Okie Forge. Shershire in the UK. Very nice. Michelle, thanks for joining us and staying up late. Reno, Nevada with Danny. West Central Ohio with Dale. Rhode Island in the house. Adams, Kentucky with Don. Northwest Tennessee with Emily. Tucson, Arizona with Angela in the house. Awesome sauce coming at us in Connecticut, if I could say it and get it out. We have Dustin coming from Roanoke, Virginia. Western New York with Karen. Hollywood, Florida with Donna. Another Floridian with Joe. Hale, Michigan with a different Joe. Again, guys, we are truly all over the country. We're all over the world. Huge, huge network of people. We're definitely the ones that can make a difference. We can make a difference now. We can definitely make a difference after SHTF to be able to help people, to teach people. I think that's critically important that we do so. I really do. Going back to talking about, again, critical thinking, using your mind, the most important tool that you have. The best thing you can do right now, guys, is suck in as much knowledge as you possibly can. Because, again, I've talked about this before and a million times. Books are hugely important. You may not have all the time in the world to sit down with those books now. But when SHTF happens, hey, good night, Ann. Have a great night. When SHTF happens, you're going to have a lot more free time to be studying those books. I think it's really critical to have books on a lot of different information, or a lot of different information that you can utilize that's going to help you in that point. In the meantime, we have the internet. There's knowledge out there. There's plenty of books out there. Learn as much as you can. But the more important thing, learning is great, and retaining information is fantastic. But hands-on learning how to do it is more important, in my opinion. I have always been a hands-on guy. Show me what to do. Let me get my hands dirty, and I'll do it. And once I've learned how to do it a certain way, um, I got it. I'm gonna give you an example. So I get back. I had to go out. I get back. Roy says something's going on with the lawnmower. I can start the as soon as I start engaging the blades, it'll shut right off. And I said, okay. And how do I know this? And I'll tell you how I know this. I said, I'm going to flip the lawnmower up, and you look underneath and see there might be a blockage of some sort. So I grabbed that lawnmower, I pulled it over. He went under and he goes, oh, there's a rock under there blocking it. So he took the rock out, got that rock out of there, and lo and behold, the lawnmower started right up. Now, how did I figure that one out, right? Possibly because it wasn't a rock, it was a clump of crap that was in there. Same thing happened to me. But because it happened to me and I figured out what was going on and took care of it, so when he said that to me, I knew exactly what was going on. There was some kind of blockage. So that's what I'm talking about when I talk about hands on, learning it, figuring it out, knowing what you got to do. Experience. Absolutely, Angela. It's experience. Um, when I came down here, did I start with a 12-volt solar system again, or did I go with a 24-volt solar system? Or did I say, hey, from day one down here, I'm going with a 48-volt system? Why did I do that? Because of experience, learning what works, what doesn't work, in what way I wanted to do my situation down here is going to be the best fit for what I'm trying to do. My group members, when they start putting in their own solar, I'm going to encourage them all to go with a 48-volt system. They have a choice. They can do whatever they want to do. Right. Buy once, cry once. Okie Forge, 100% correct. Because what I've told them and what I will tell you, if you go with a 12-volt system or you go with a 40 or 24-volt system, eventually you will upgrade to that 48-volt system. And you're going to spend more money in the long run instead of doing it once, doing it right, having the right components, and being ready. That's the way you need to do it. Learn from people like me. This is my life. This is what I live. I know what I'm talking about. So, people that live off grid that are doing these different things, listen to those people because they know what they're talking about, because they're experiencing it, they're living it. Power right now, lights on in here. It's because of my solar system. That's it. There is no outside power. So, yeah, Grow Watt makes it pretty easy. Absolutely, Robert. Grow Watt is awesome. They got a combination inverter charge controller all in one, and it works out really, really well. So anyway, guys, I want to, what are we at? 161. We got 184 people left now. Well, let's see if we get 175. That's 14 more thumbs up. Why not? If you have not shot that thumbs up yet, let's do that. Let's get that up to 175 before we jump off of here. And thank you ahead of time. I want to thank my moderators who do an absolutely fantastic job keeping the chat clean. They are fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen that moderate for me, thank you very much for what you do. It's very, very much appreciated. I want to thank all you guys for being here and dealing with the nonsense of the internet issues and stuff like that. It sucks, and I know it, and I'm sorry. I nothing I can do. I'm, just doing the best I can. So I thank you for that reason as well. I appreciate your support through the years, and no trolls tonight. That's awesome. Well, like I said, I'm not moving forward, guys, just so you know, in a live stream, what I've been doing on my channel and the way I'm going to do it moving forward, they're not getting acknowledged. They're getting blocked, deleted in a live stream. JJ said one. Okay. I'm just letting my moderators deal with it. I'm not going to acknowledge them because that's what they're looking for. They're looking for that acknowledgement. They're not getting it from me anymore. I'm going to let my moderators take care of it. And, I'm going to encourage you all not to engage them. Don't feed into it because that's what they want. They want to get people upset. They want that type of stuff. So we're going to deal with it that way moving forward. Remember, guys, we truly are all in this together. And I see we're like 184, so I got way past what I was for. So thank you. We truly are all in this together. We are one race called the human race. As soon as we can figure that one out, we truly will be in much better shape. We have to stop letting people divide us. They use race, religion, political affiliation. It's nonsense. It doesn't mean anything. We have to come together as human beings if we want to survive what's coming. And I think it's really, really important that we work together. All right, so let's try to do that. Let's have respect for each other. Agree to disagree. Whatever happened to that? It'd be wonderful if we could get back to that, right? Also, remember, guys, hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life, so it's really, really important that we tell the people that we care about every single day how we feel. Last but not least, STD, step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only person stopping you from achieving your goals is you. That's it, nobody else. Work methodically, set realistic goals, and then set about them making them happen. And you will be amazed how much stuff gets done when you do that. So just keep prepping. I'm going to encourage you to prep, continue to get ready. We don't know how much time we have, but when it happens, it's going to catch us all by surprise, no matter when, even no matter how we are. I'll tell you personally, and I know I'm probably in a top percentage of people that are ready. I'm still going to be, God, I wish I had more time. So that's all we can do is just get as ready as we can be. So anyway, guys, have a good day off tomorrow for Labor Day. Enjoy that. Hopefully, you guys are getting paid for it if you're off. Have a great night. I will see you all for my hardcore preppers. I will see you tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. Again, if you want to join us for that, go to my main page here on YouTube, hit the join button, become a hardcore prepper. I do a live stream for hardcore members only every Monday at 8 o'clock. Okay? Have a great night. I will talk to you all later. Prepper Nurse 1 out for now.